My name's Seren and I'm a physiotherapy student here at Wrexham Glyndŵr University. So I use the Welsh language whilst I was on placement in a multitude of different ways, so be that to speak with staff. Many staff members within the NHS in Wales speak Welsh. You know, when we're discussing and planning the day, it's really important. With patients as well, it was a massive part of their wellbeing being able to speak Welsh. Being able to speak their first language made it a bit more homely, if that makes sense.
My name's Careersville. I'm an occupational therapy student.
My name's Chloe Evans. I'm a third-year occupational therapy student at Wrexham Glyndŵr University.
My first placement was an acute mental health ward. We had a patient that spoke Welsh. They weren't sure if the patient had dementia or not, and they did the cognitive assessments on him, and I was like, I don't think he's comfortable speaking English. So I did the assessment in Welsh with him and actually scored a bit higher. So offering him that assessment in Welsh actually helped his quality of care.
I've worked with patients in hospitals. I've spoke Welsh to people and their demeanour has completely changed. For some OTs that spoke English to them, they were quite awkward, difficult patients. But as soon as they heard that I spoke Welsh, that was it. I could get anything I wanted out of them, and they almost had a better experience with speaking Welsh.
My name's Meg and I'm a second-year physiotherapy student at Wrexham Glyndŵr University. I'm a learner. I have a GCSE in Welsh and that's probably as far as it goes. I have done the Welsh module during my course, which has been massively beneficial for myself going on to placements. The Welsh language itself made my placement, for me, quite difficult, but learning the language on the side and learning those key phrases allowed me to have connections with my patients straight away. A lot of my patients that came in to see me knew that I wasn't a Welsh first language student, but seemed quite surprised when I would greet them in their language. So I found that that was really beneficial.
So nath siarad Cymraeg yn sicr wneud gwahaniaeth yn ystod placements yn teimlo'n rhan o dîm, ymysg y staff, ag ymysg cleifion oedd gennym ni hefyd. Just sens na o bod nhw'n ymlacio pan maen nhw'n siarad Cymraeg, ydych chi'n dysgu mwy amdano nhw achos maen nhw'n fwy gyfforddus efo chi pan ydych chi yn siarad Cymraeg. A mae'n gwneud gwahaniaeth mawr iawn i'w triniaeth hefyd.
You get better outcomes and they're more honest about how they feel. You might miss something if they do it in their second language. When you convert with them in Welsh, they're a lot more clearer and precise about how they feel.
Makes them more personal service for somebody. I can remember an instance where I was working on the stroke ward and there was a lady who'd had a stroke. She was very scared, worried. We went through an assessment. Initially the assessment, it was in English. Within the assessment we were talking about where she lives, and I live quite locally, and I then spoke Welsh in a similar accent to how she spoke, and she just broke down in tears. And it was just that familiarity for her.
So hi, my name's Josh. I'm a physio student in second year on the Glyndŵr programme. Yeah, particularly for me as a second language speaker, obviously it'd be hard for me to go into a fluent conversation with somebody who is first language Welsh. So just a simple sut wyt ti heddiw, just how you doing today, is a great way of just opening up the conversation, and then they can take it down whatever avenue they feel like, and then obviously speak in however much detail and sort of fluency that they like then. So it was a great way for me to sort of use as much Welsh as I could without sort of feeling like I was trying to get into a fluent conversation. I wasn't quite able to sort of give back what they were trying to get from it.
Elen Mai Nefydd, pennaeth darpariaeth academaeth Cymraeg Brifysgol Glyndŵr Wrecsam. Fy nghyfrifoldeb i yw ehangu darpariaeth y Gymraeg yn y Brifysgol ac edrych ar gyfleon i roi cyfleon i fyfyrwyr yn ei astudiaethau yn y Brifysgol. Wel, dwi'n cefnogi myfyrwyr yn Brifysgol Glyndŵr drwy wneud yn siŵr fod yna ddarpariaeth Cymraeg ar eu cyfer nhw pan maen nhw'n dod i'r Brifysgol. Mae yna lot o raglenni nawr o dan y tender iechyd sydd yma yn medru rhoi darpariaeth Cymraeg i'n myfyrwyr ni. A sy'n wych, oherwydd mae llawer o myfyrwyr yn mynd allan i weithio yng Nghymru. Ond hefyd, mae ganddo ni rhai myfyrwyr, wrth gwrs, sydd wedi colli Cymraeg, sydd angen gloywi iaith, a rhai eraill sydd yn hollol rhugl, ond eisiau bod yn barod i weithio mewn sefyllfaoedd dwyieithog ar ôl gadael. Felly mae angen cefnogi myfyrwyr ar bob lefel. Rheini sydd eisiau dysgu'r Gymraeg yn barod ar gyfer swyddi, rhai eraill sydd eisiau gloiwi iaith, ac wedyn rhai eraill wrth gwrs sydd yn barod i weithio'n ddwyieithog ac i roed yr hyder yna iddyn nhw ar gyfer y byd gwaith. Dwi'n gweithio hefyd gyda staff y Brifysgol i ddatblygu modiwlau Cymraeg a nid yn unig jyst modiwlau Saesneg. A mae yna lawer o raglenni fel therapi galwedigaethol a therapi iaith a lleferydd sydd yn nawr yn gweithio tuag at 40 credyd yn y Gymraeg ar gyfer 2023.